All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Welcome to the Inner Circle Live Asian session. I'm your host for tonight's session, Benny Allen, along with my partner, Mr. Ryan Carthage. And we're definitely happy and grateful for all of you being here with us this evening as we take a look at the technicals and the fundamentals to see what we can pull out of this awesome Forex market. So without further ado, let's make sure that we turn off any and all distractions, grab a pen and paper, take lots of notes, and let's make sure that we participate and engage. And you guys know the deal. If you're ready to go and you're all set, you can hear me loud and clear, drop me a one in the chat, and we can get this session off and running. All right. Okay. Appreciate the participation. So let's dive into the markets, see what's going on. I don't know if anybody else is having an issue, but I'm having an issue with my Forex Factory. It may be on my end. I think I might need to clear my cookies or something, but we'll do what we can. Keeps timing out on me. But today, right, we had in the US at 10 a.m. consumer confidence came out, which is pretty good, right? 102 on a forecast of 99.1. So that's good. People are feeling some type of way, right? And then this is jamming up again. So wait. And then at 7 o'clock, we have Governor Lowe speak. I haven't had a chance to take a look at that just yet. And let me see, 9:30, we've got CPI data coming through for the Aussie. So that ought to be quite interesting, as we know that the Aussie has been moving steadily to the downside. So that's year over year CPI. So let's see what happens at 9:30. And then I can't get the rest of this to work. I'll have to go over to my other calendars. But I know a lot of markets being tied up by the debt ceiling negotiations here in the United States kind of has the market on pause just a bit. So came to an agreement this weekend, but now it has to pass the House. I'm just going to leave this page alone. It's going to have to pass through the House, so we shall see what happens with that. But when it's big fiscal policy like that, right, has the ability to tie the markets up a bit. But we can see here that the U.S. Treasury yields fell, right? So the yield on the U.S. 10-year Treasury note fell to 3.7% after touching 3.85 the week before, amid hopes that Congress would pass the debt deal. Yields on lower maturity bonds would carry on higher risk of default, extended the decline of recent highs, with a 4-week bill falling below 5.3%. So again, everything, right? Traders are eyeing the debt ceiling progress, right? So we'll continue to watch that. We've got oil prices fall more than 4%. So we'll take a look at that as well, as we know that can impact the CAD. So, hey, just waiting on that debt ceiling deal, right? That's the main thing that we're waiting on. And as we close out May, right? Today is the 30th. That means first Friday every month, we've got jobs numbers coming out here at the this week. So that's definitely going to have an impact on the market and could impact the dollar. So that's that on the fundamental front. If we go over and take a look at the DXY, right, diving into the technicals, we see here what's going on from a weekly perspective, right? We've had that crowd sit up there for a while, see it found support, pushing back up maybe to try to retest that level. This week here, right, we are starting out, bearish to neutral there. But again, right, there's that breakout, right, above that 12,858 level. And now we're getting somewhat of a correction, a little relief on the dollar. So I expect it to go back and forth until we figure out what's going on with the debt ceiling negotiation. If we zoom in on it here on the 4-hour, you can see where it's coming to that resistance zone and it's kind of turned over a bit. So we'll see. We'll see if it wants to continue to correct to the downside. That'll help us out. Pairs like the dollar, yen, some of those 80-20 setups involving the US dollar. If it does, right, continue to sell off to the downside temporarily. So we'll continue to keep an eye out on that. Any questions on the dollar, anything fundamentally in general? Nope. Oh, all right. So then we'll go too much in depth because the one thing, right, the big elephant in the room is that debt ceiling negotiation, and they need to get that settled ASAP, right? But let's take a look at it. As a matter of fact, since we saw that oil dropped 4% or whatever, let's take a look at that. Let's start out taking a look at oil, and then we'll move into the rest of our currency setups. So we can see, right, we are falling bearish, right? So there you go, right? We're having a bearish week so far. And if we come down to the daily, you can see it's falling in line with the fib sequence. Okay. So we're just moving down, right? So we found our C point, and now we've just been moving down, had some consolidation, but you can see how we are breaking lower, right? It just took out that low there, closed below that low, and now we're into the new day. To see if we'll get a continued move bearish, we zoom out here on the 1 hour. You can see the monster swing, right? So beautiful, right? A to B to C move. Now we want to see if we can get back down to that D around 62.44 on oil, right? So same game every day, right? Here's our A, here's our B, our C, highest point within the AB boundary on the sell, and now we're moving to the downside, okay? So we want to see where we come in at. So we're looking for that ABCD move to complete on oil. Any questions on US oil? So that definitely looks bearish right now. No. All right. While we're at it, let's take a look at gold. Okay, see what's going on. And here we are, right? We've been tracking this for a while. Right. We kind of figured the correction was coming after that D extension was hit on that last wave. And that's exactly what we got. Now we've taken back 50% of this last impulsive move. I can get that flag. That was a long time ago. Okay. There. And now we're 50% our stochastics back in the buy zone. So what's going to be interesting is the debt, the debt negotiation that's going on, and with the jobs numbers coming up towards the end of the week. That data is going to be very important, is because you get mixed signals out of the Fed in regards to whether or not they're going to come with another 25 basis points in June, or if they're going to pause rates. So debt negotiation and jobs numbers at the end of the week are going to be pretty critical. So again, we've taken back 50%, right? 23%, 50%. I mean, 38.2%, 50% is what we've taken back so far. And right now we're in an area where this is past resistance becoming future support. So it's going to be interesting to see how this holds in the zone. You can see we're starting to get a reaction here from the daily on gold, right? It's trying to form that low, right? Don't quite have it yet, but we'll see. And if we come down to like the 1 hour, you see how we're right in that zone, okay? And we're starting to push long a bit on the 1, right? So we got our downtrend line, trying to break out of that sell zone back into the buy zone, start making some higher highs and higher lows on gold. Very, very fundamentally driven. So let's be patient on that, right? Because if it's going to continue to move up, right, we're moving right back to around that 2000 area. We've got some time. See how it plays out. 80-20 on the 4 on gold. Let's see. You're running. You're running from this well, got to be probably from the top down, right? Off that move. Yep. We found some support too. Nice. Great job. Great job on that. Yeah. I tell you what, man, we are proud of this group. All right, guys are more than holding your own, and starting to find these setups on your own, which is absolutely awesome. And that's what this group is all about. right? Becoming your own trader, right? Finding your own setups. And then once you find them, being comfortable with following your own process, your own trade plan, you know, and doing your thing, right? We always say that's where the true freedom is in trade. And that's good. A lot of you are starting to turn the corner. Look forward to seeing a lot of you, you know, if that's what you want to do, you know, take a shot at one of the prop firm challenges or whatnot. Preferably one that gives you a lot of time, right, to finish and complete. We'll talk about that more here in the near future. But I'm looking forward to seeing some good results, because a lot of you are really starting to get it. And you've been working hard. A lot of you well over a year, you know, have been working hard at this thing. So, yep, you deserve to take your shot. All right, whenever that time may come. So that's where we are. That's a beautiful catch. 80-20, found some support zone, right? We know it's never just a line, it's a zone, right? I could come in here and put some 4-hour levels in, right there. So you've got one. If you want to take that down and use that level where it reversed, it's a pretty strong move, like so, right before it got to that D extension. This one's going to be interesting as we track it throughout the week. All right. Oh, okay. So if we come back down to the 1, now you can see how that plays out, right? Now that's more of a zone with those 2 levels. Okay. See. If you like using, you know, green for your buy or whatnot, you can do it. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Any questions on gold? That's what you've been working towards. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Believe in yourself. Put in the work, you put in the time, go get it. It's out there to be had. Right? So one thing my pops always told me is never a shortage of money and opportunity, just a lack of skill and will to go get it. All right. So if you're willing to develop the skill and you got the will, go get it. All right. It's all out there for you. Ryan, good evening, sir. How are you?
My brother, I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing great. Doing great. So I got one more meeting about a meeting tomorrow. I think I think the coast will be clear. uh, so that's that. That's gonna be interesting. So
Good luck, bro.
I know you know. I
Take
know
care.
you know. Man, I'm just like create a life that you never had to take a vacation from.
That's
My
it.
good. Yep. Yep. That's where it's headed. Anyway, anything out there fundamentally that you saw, man? I went through it kind of quick today because the debt ceiling has everything tied up. You know, we got jobs numbers at the end of the week.
Yeah, no, nothing. Nothing outside of that, bro.
Yeah, I know that's a major thing. So, all right, appreciate it. Well, let's go. I want to dive into these pounds, right? Because some of these, everybody, right? When we're swing trading, we don't need a brand new setup every single day or nothing like that, because we could just sit in the ones that we've been riding for quite some time and look for opportunities to potentially add to these positions. So this is our pound Aussie trade. We can see that towards the end of the week, it tailed off, right? It gave us that correction. And then look what happened today. Boom. Right. So it's continuing to make that move on that 750 pip pad. So if you're in that one, right, stay in it. Manage trade, maybe look for opportunities to add to it if you missed this opportunity here on the pullback, right? And just let it go. Just let it go. It's a really good style for people who have busy lives, right? Who can't or if you do not want to sit in front of your computer for 8 hours a day, you know, uh, or being up at the wee hours in the morning, unless you like to, you can just swing trade. Right. So this trade is just continuing to run, and we expect it to hit the extension at some point, right? Especially fundamentally, it just gives you the confidence, right? We got a fairly bullish pound. course, we do have these numbers coming out here at 9:30, which is about 10 minutes away on the Aussie dollar. Got some data coming out on the Aussie dollar, so it may move the market either way. But there's nothing really fundamentally right now that's saying, hey, there's a shift in how we feel about the British. Okay, so it may pull back several times before it hits that target, but that's okay, right? Because we're in it for a swing trade. So that's where we are on the pound Aussie. If we back out and look at this at the weekly level, you can see how it's trying to chase that monthly high. So we're gonna see if we can get there. All right. Any questions on the pound Aussie? Yeah.
No, sir.
All right. Anybody trading small, holding it long? What are we doing out there? You guys in and out of this trade? What's going on? Not in the trade at all?
I'm holding it. Been holding it
Holding it?
since the bottom.
Yeah. Good work. Good work. I know you're up pretty good on that too. Talked to you
Yeah,
earlier.
about 440.
Woo! And a ways to go. Great job, Ryan. Really awesome job.
Appreciate it.
All right. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So I don't see nothing in the chat. But
That's 440
NASDAQ.
pips, not dollars. I want to better understand. That's 440 pips.
Oh, yep.
All right.
Yep. Jeremy not enough. Well, that's cool. It's all good. Swing trades everywhere. Don't have to be in everyone at all. All right. So I want to go take a look at this pound CAD because this is another one that we've been tracking. And it's finally started to make a move. Right? Took forever, but it's finally starting to move, right? Just put your toes in the water like my man Ryan says all the time and just let it go. Right? So that's the trade set up there. We were talking about a break above 168.58, 168.65, and it's moving, right? It's taking its time, but it's moving long out of that zone. Joy, you in that one? That's what I'm talking. Right? Let it go. Just try it out. Right? It's not bad. It won't hurt you. Go ahead and jump in the setup. Right? So then this is the one we were playing around with on the 1 hour, right? And it's just rolling. Okay. We're just going, right? Trying to get to these targets. So we'll see how that plays out. But our bullish narrative on the pound is still moving in the right direction. Seeing that oil decline, that 4% really helps us, right? In regards to the Canadian dollar. So with that being said, let's take a look at this Euro CAD because I know this one has been doing the dance for the last forever. So maybe we could get some upside momentum on this one we were looking for on this counter move higher. Still just moving sideways a bit. A little bit of uplift on the Euro CAD, but that one's still in play, right? We didn't hit our extension, we didn't hit our stop. So that one's still in play. Maybe we can gain the momentum to get long. So that one's still fresh. Anyway, so see what happens on that. But we know that's potentially a bigger swing, right? A few things can happen on this one, right? So we can see how we're getting this hesitation here at this level from weakness. Sometimes we got to zoom out, right? Right there, past resistance becoming future support. So that break and coming back to try to retest that consolidation area there. All right, but looking green for the week. Maybe we can get that momentum going. Here it is on the daily. Can we just pause? Nope, we don't have a 382 yet. We know we're super hawkish on the euro right now. Even though I think Ryan, I don't know. I think they have they've got some inflation data coming out, I believe, soon. I have to
I
double
believe
check
it's later this week.
later this week for the euro.
We got CPI for the French CPI tomorrow. And there's something on Germany too. Germany retail sales.
Okay.
And then PMI data on Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday.
Knew it was something. Yeah, I knew it was something coming up. So appreciate it. So let's see what happens, right? It's struggling, right, in this zone, right? Wow. right? But let's see if we can get that reaction. That'll be a big one. That'll be a big one if we can pull that one out. But if you zoom out, we know what the bigger move is, right? That 80-20 off the higher time frame. But we're trying to get a pullback. So we already got a monster move that occurred, right? That was a while back now, out of that 80-20 zone. And now we're trying to get it to pull back on that sub bid, but then continue down. So that's the move. So even if you want to get short to that 382, you still want to see price move first. And that's the whole trade idea for the Euro CAD. Any questions on that?
No.
Another one I want to check in on is the infamous Euro GBP. But it's cool right now, everybody, because it's trending. And it's trending in the direction that we want it, right? So as messy and as choppy as it is, that's pretty much at target there. So if you were brave enough to take that Euro GBP trade, congratulations. This is one we set up a long time ago. Now it's taking forever for it to move 100 pips, but glad to see some sort of price action off of this pair. So we're gonna keep this one short and sweet. That one's in the take profit zone there. For that, but got a decent pullback, right? So through all the mess, right? This is what you focus on. Am I getting an A, B, C, D win? Yes. Yes. That's what we do, right? Forex trade. Trade the wins. So that's that on the Euro GBP. Any questions on that setup? No. All righty. All righty. So I want to take a look at the Swiss yen. Because we started to get some movement out of that zone. You guys have been keeping an eye on that. It's been a setup for a while. We know that it was moving, but you could come back down here to the 1, and you can see, right, how we were playing around drawing this up. That's exactly what it did, right? It came up here to our 80-20 zone, okay, and we got the reaction. Taking this time, we got the reaction. Now, okay, that was, let me take this green line out. That was a higher time frame, the extension. That was it. So now the question becomes, can we get it to move to that 382? So out of the zone already, right off that high, it's already down over 100 pips. Okay, it's stalling pretty good here. It's just been moving sideways in this Asian session. Okay. But so far so good out of that zone. Right? So if you playing trend line breaks or whatnot, you definitely got what you were looking for on that one. Now it's just a matter of, can we get that continuation? Maybe it pulls back and then continues down to that 382. We will see. Any questions on the Swiss yen? That's a nice move on that one. 54.45. That's where you got it. You caught it. Good job. You waited patiently on that one. All right. So let's see how it plays out. Let it swing. Right? We're swing trading. So see how it goes. As a matter of fact, let me look at the dollar yen, because I know that was up in the zone as well. Check this out. It's trying. All right. Trying to come out of that zone. Let's see what we can get. That was definitely taking a sweet time. It looked like it was 1 hour. All right. It's been a nice move. Didn't get that D extension. All right. Okay. That's the daily 1.618 D extension for the long-term trend to the upside. But we're looking for a correction right now. That's the zone that we're in. So it's trying to make its way down. See if we can eventually move back below that B boundary and take out that 382 target. Any questions on the dollar yen, right? So you can see the phase that we're in with these yen pairs. Okay. They're extended, right? They're extended. Now we're looking for a correction. That's how we frame the market out, everybody. We're only looking for key areas. Only gonna look for key areas, right? Like here, that was a beautiful swing. That one was going towards that D extension too. But look how it turned around and U-turn. So maybe we can get the same thing here out of this move, especially since we didn't get any correction really here on this last one, right? That was just a AB boundary, boom, right? Took off. So maybe, right, we could see a nice correction to the downside on that dollar yen. But if you're in that now off the 80-20 zone, right, you're in a little bit of profit. So let's just continue to watch to see how it plays out, right? And we always, hey, keep your stop wide at the D extension, but once you get these highs to form, maybe you short and put your stop just above the highs, which is pretty much in the same area for this particular setup. All righty. So while we're looking at the dollar pairs, everybody, you activated at 139.77. Nice. Nice. So let's see if we can get that pushed down. See what happens. So much back and forth with this dollar. But that's the zone, though. All right. Staying disciplined to the zone. It's a great job. So let's talk about this UCAD. All right. Oil down, dollar has been up. Fundamentally, we should be able to think in our head before we even look on a technical chart. It's probably a long play. Right? Probably a long play. So let's take a look at it. This USD CAD. All right. Look at our 4 hour. Look at it going, right? We got the pull back to the B boundary, past resistance becoming future support. And now we're going to see if we can carry it all the way up to this D extension. All right. Let's see if we can pull it off. All right. So off that 61A zone, right? 283 pips to the D. We got a nice little U-turn. All right. Let's see if it can make that final push. See if it can make that final push even before the jobs numbers on Friday. Any questions on the dollar CAD? Right? We got the direction right on that one. I know this one could be a mess sometimes. No?
No, sir.
All right. All right. So that's where we are. Since we're looking at the dollar pairs, might as well, hey, let's take a look at the dollar Swiss. See what's going on. Round those out. Okay. So we know we're chasing this 382. Stuff is universal, everybody. Okay. It U-turned. Okay. So we set this target for this 382. It's moving up. All right. There we go. Look at the pullback to your 61.8. Okay. Looking to move along. All right. So we've got my 382 was at 91.40. So this should be it, right? 91.40. 91. 40. I'm gonna change that downside to match this one. So like that. So that moves it up just a little, but in the same area. See? 80-20 buy zone. Right? Here's the zone. So we're working our way up. Okay, so now we've got a daily 382 matching, right? In that zone, just a little bit above that 4 hour 382. But you can look, right, and see, yes, it's a mess. Yes, it takes a while, but I'm trading the zone. Okay. And the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to time, right? Unless you want to, with the additional confirmations, is that this is my zone. I've done my top-down analysis. I have to be comfortable in what I see, what I know, and then I have to go ahead and work out my risk management the right way, and then be confident in taking a position and then letting it do its thing, and not try to control the time or have an expectation on when it should go where I think it should go. Just let it flow. Just flow like water. So through all of this choppy mess, it's making that progress. Okay, it's making that progress. So let's see if we can move up and hit that level, just like here, right? So we come back and we take a look at the same concept, no matter what the pair, right? So we go, and Ryan and I was talking about this earlier about that CAD yen setup. Okay. Now, it took a while. Okay. But several weekly rituals ago, right? Saturday morning, we're all dragging, waking up, putting in the work, meeting together. Hey, this is the 80-20 zone, right? That D extension didn't get hit, is holding that support. It's an 80-20, it's 382. Now, this 80-20 looks different than the last 80-20, right? But it's still the zone. And there's where your U-turn happened and your buyers came in, right? So we're pretty much on the nose at that 382. So if you zoom this out, okay, you can scroll back and you can see, right, exactly where price is moving from, okay? Moving up, boom, right into that target, okay? Right into that target. So let's see what happens here, okay? Still, regardless of what's happening with the CAD and oil or whatnot, regardless of what's happening with the Bank of Canada potential, well, not the potential, but the pause and rate hikes, but then they had the interest, the inflation creep back up on them. We still have a huge monetary policy divergence between the yen and other majors. So we can look for this potentially, hey, we get a correction, but then we would potentially be moving back up higher in the zone. Okay, so we get a higher daily correction eventually. Maybe it works its way all the way back up to eventually to the daily 61.8. All right, we don't know yet. But what we know for now is that the target that we set forth has been met. Okay. Any questions on the CAD? Yeah. Still hold. Awesome. Well, you're at that first target. All right. So you want to make sure that you just manage your trade. Okay. Same pair, same stuff. Right. Same approach. Same approach. This can move higher. You see how it broke above that weekly level? That has the potential to move higher.
Hey, Bennett.
Yes, sir.
On the one, where'd you run your fit from?
That was on my 4.
Oh, that was on the 4.
This is the one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your one. You're looking at this 80-20?
Yep.
Coming down now. Yep. Yep. Like clockwork, right? Look at that.
Man.
Look at that. Did you short that?
Did I thought I took the trade, but it don't look like I pushed the button.
Didn't take you in?
Nope. I had it set up too.
Yeah, it's coming down nice. That's coming down real nice. That's real good. I know I didn't take it. I was focused on that upside target.
Yeah, because when I posted, I was looking at it. I was like, man, they hit that beautifully.
Yeah, it did.
Dang. Yep. I thought I pushed the button, but I didn't.
It's all good. It's all good. So let's let me see. Let me oops. Yes, made a nice move. My goodness. Shrink this down a little bit. I'm just trying to see if it's gonna try to pull back soon. be able to catch it. Yeah, have to pull back. Man, it's getting some good momentum to the downside though. Yeah, so it is up to 15. Man, what is that down now? That's my goodness. Man, like 70 pips or so. Well, maybe it'll pull back, stall a little bit, give an opportunity to get in on it. I ain't gonna chase it. Learn that lesson. So, yeah. But good stuff, man. That's the CAD yen. Let's take a look at the I was looking around. I was looking at I think I need to fix my so now I look at it. Yeah, for sure. I was looking at because of that AI, man, and looking at the QQQ, this is like all of the like look at this meta.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
I'm interested on some of these pullbacks that might be coming up.
Yeah, I was asleep at the wheel on
Short
that.
opportunities.
Yeah, on the impact of that AI.
Man, yeah. NVIDIA did their thing for sure.
Yeah, they did. Oh man, you gotta see that. I have to send it to you. You guys with who was I talking to you about the other day? Kathy Wood. And she's got the heavy tech portfolio, the heavy tech fund.
Yeah.
And she pulled out of NVIDIA.
She did.
Yep. She pulled out of NVIDIA. And then like AI came into play like last November, ChatGPT, she pulled out of it and it just exploded.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she kind of catching a lot of heat right now. And I guess she's
Interesting.
trying to defend it, but they're like she's better off like not saying nothing at this point.
Right.
So yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. But hey, you can't win them all. But she's a major player. She's a major player in the stock space. So yeah, but she backed out and took off. So that's a matter of fact, I think I have NVIDIA here. Look at this. Look at this.
That break and reach.
Look at that.
What was that fib coming down off that previous side to the left?
Here?
Yeah.
All right. It's an 80-20 swing. You didn't get a 382. And it pushed down to that monthly 108.
Surprise.
That monthly, yeah. Look at that. No 382. It pushed down to that monthly support. And just boom. It's gone. Took off. So here we are. And I had to put this high in because you see, like if you go all the way up to like the monthly, right? You can see what happened. Look at that.
Yeah.
So I had to draw that in. That's not even an official swing high yet. But that's a monster move on NVIDIA. So this is where it's at now. So we'll see if it cools off, man. We get a pretty sizable correction. I don't know, but AI did its thing.
Man. My mind gets blown every day.
Yep. And look where that's sitting. That may be ready to correct. So you may catch the dip on that once it pulls back because that AI is taking off. It's starting to become incorporated in it's just a whole lot of stuff. It's too much to keep up with actually.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where we are. Dollar cost averaging. Yeah, do that too. Hey, gotta have that in your portfolio. Tell you that. But I think that's all I was playing around with today. But yeah. So that's that. I wanna take a look at some of these NZD pairs. And if some of them now, the New Zealand has been the worst performer, and it don't look like it's gonna get any better either. So I was hoping for maybe it was getting ready to settle down in one of these zones and U-turn, but what was that data like at 9:30, right? Let me see. Uh anything on trading economics for Australia. CPI inflation rises from a 10-month low. So they got a uptick in inflation in Australia. Okay. So we see that moving down. I wonder what's being said out there in the market. That one may not make it. So no confirmation on that one yet. I can't get any higher highs or higher lows out of that zone. Being extra cautious with that one because that one's been taking a beating ever since the last rate statement and what they said. So we got in at 123 a share. Let's go. Let me take a look at these, everybody. I know I'm jumping around tonight. How's it going? Nothing really on that. Okay. Anyway, let's NZD Swissy. Looking too hot. Let's look at this New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen setup. That's coming back down to retest this zone. All right. So you want to pay attention to this one. All right, it's coming back in the area. Isn't that crazy? That almost hit that D extension. Came right back down on that fundamental news out of New Zealand. So maybe it gives us another low price, right? 80-20 play. Then a monster swing on the one. I remember that one from some time ago. But we're coming into daily and weekly support here, 8402 at 8384. The question is, do we settle or just go ahead and take out this thing, right? So we're not doing anything with it right now, but we gotta wait and see. We've got to wait and see. Okay. When you've got a currency pair that's been weakened fundamentally the way the New Zealand currency has, look for your additional confirmations if you're trying to look for any type of U-turn. 80-20 play beautiful, right, out of the zone, right? So here to 382, 180, 61.8, 242. If we get back to that 8 boundary, that's 343. Let's see if we get any type of reaction here. I don't know. I don't know. New Zealand dollar is taking a beating right now. Ryan, what do you think? Can you move bearish?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm watching right now. The same question you asked, right? Does it take out the A or flip? With that news coming out of Australia, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might see it keep going down,
Yeah.
especially if the debt ceiling piece will play a role in it too. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. It's been a beautiful swing to the downside, right? Can't be too greedy. So more than willing to wait on that, right? This has been, look at this move, right? How it broke up under that 85.26 weekly level. Look how it held. All right.
what's the
Look how it
sell
held.
to the downside on that?
That's a great question.
Interesting.
Yep.
It's right at the A boundary.
It is. It is. Right. Price broke below that 80-20 zone. Might just be chasing that daily support. That zone.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That holds, that might be a good look.
Might be. Might be. Got plenty of time to wait to see if it wants to reverse. Especially if you reverse and break out and get back above 85.26.
Yep.
And you start to see things flip. You'll probably see something fundamentally that's happening too. So we'll wait on that one. This NZD USD. Yeah, that's just sinking. Can't even get it to, I'm trying to get it to reverse to come back down, but it's holding that zone pretty good in the zone, that news. So we'll watch overnight to see if this is just a knee-jerk reaction from the data and it's going to settle down in that zone and start to find some buyers, or if it's just going to continue south. Hard to tell when you get smacked fundamentally like it did. So we'll see. But those are some potentials here in the future, right? At some point, the market will take back what it gained to the downside. Any questions on this NZD USD pair? Nope. All right. Let's stay patient, everybody. Ride the trades. That we've been sitting there for a while, and we've got some new setups just around the corner. Just have to be patient. Wait for some of this fundamental data to shake out with the jobs numbers. This is Aussie CAD. All right, we're moving pretty good on this target. This one's almost to the D extension here. So your 4-hour D, and then there's your daily D extension, right? So look at that rejection at that weekly 92.29 level, and then it's just been coming down for us over 300 pips. So you're in a situation where, hey, we're at month end, a lot of moves are starting to finish out. This one here, maybe you get a check back, but then look for further continuation to the downside. At some point, you're gonna see a correction on these Aussie pairs. Right? You can just feel it coming, but you have to be patient. This is the let's see, we have this Aussie Swiss setup. As we get closer to the target. Yeah. Yeah. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, things are coming together. Month end, books being closed out, the whole nine. See what happens. This one here, man, I was hoping to try to get it. We got a correction on this one to buy it, but no cigar on that one. That one's gonna probably hit the D. I was so hoping to get a shot at this one. That didn't go lower. You were waiting on that one too?
Yep.
Yeah. Good reaction off that 382. That's here in that last hour though. So man, I was hoping to get a 61.8 on that, right around in this zone. Maybe we'll get it. Be patient. Maybe we'll get it once the market settles down from the news. So that's that. Anybody, we got a few minutes left. Any pairs you want to take a look at before we log off? Just staying patient. Staying patient. Wait for things to sort themselves out.
Nope, no question.
Got nothing? Don't let me off the hook tonight early, huh? All right. Well, it's all good. We looked at oil. So we looked at everything I wanted to have a look at. This euro, this Euro USD, right? That one's continuing to move in our favor to the downside, right? At least last time I checked. That's the daily. It was on the 1. Yeah. So we came in at that target too. It's still holding below trend line. Yep. So target 2 got hit. So I know Carolyn was in this trade heavy to the downside, waiting on it, riding it out. Let's TD2 hit, hold below trend line. Let's see what happens. Debt ceiling, jobs numbers. All right. Well, that's nothing else in the chat. Oh man. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'm gonna fall asleep through this boring meeting of mine. All right. You're welcome. Ryan, anything before we wrap up, sir?
Man, good people, stay consistent, stay diligent on building the discipline to stick to your rules. All the pairs that Benny went through, you see over and over and over again. It plays out, right? So the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be 1% better every day. So find that 1%.
All right. Everybody, have a good night. I'll see you, Ryan, in the morning. I will be able to get on tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, I think it's not too early. So
Sweet.
look forward to that one. Yeah. So have a great night, everybody.